This is Mr. Loftus, and this video is going to show you how to make a mystery number at level 2. So the first mystery number we see is 3 times parentheses 2 times n plus 3 equals 39. I'm going to show you where that came from. We start with n is equal to 5. And then we're going to double both sides. So we do 2 times the variable n2 times 5. Then we're going to add 3 to both sides. So that's going to be 2n plus 3 and 2 times 5 plus 3. n is still equal to 5, and it doesn't change as long as we're doing the same procedure to both sides of the equation. Now we're going to triple both sides, and in order to do that we have to put parentheses around the entire expression. So we're going to put parentheses around 2n plus 3, so I'll write another copy of it, put parentheses around the entire thing and triple it. That is, we're going to multiply the entire amount by 3. So that's what I'm doing here. Multiply that side by 3, that side by 3. Now, all we have to do is figure out the value of the right side. So 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. 3 times 13 is 39. We're going to leave the left side the same way. That provides the mystery. So that's where I got the first mystery equation. Second mystery equation. 2 times parentheses negative 3 times the number plus 2 is equal to negative 14. We start with the mystery number is 3. Then we're going to multiply both sides of this equation by negative 3. The value stays the same. It's negative 9 on both sides now. Now we're going to add 2 to both sides. So now each side is equal to negative 7. Now we're going to make another copy of this so that we can double the entire amount. So it went from negative 7 to negative 14 on both sides of the equation. So it's important that you make a copy of what we have and then double both sides. So our value is negative 14. So we just write the mystery equation of 2 times parentheses negative 3 times a number plus 2 is equal to negative 14. So we're starting with a number that we know, doing the same thing to both sides of the equation to create these mystery number equations. Okay, let's throw a fraction in there for the third one. So we're going to start with n is equal to negative 4 for the third one. So n is equal to negative 4. We are going to cut the value in half. That's going to make it negative 2 on both sides. So n times 1/2, that's the same as cutting it in half or dividing it by 2. So the value on the right side is the same. So we're down to the value is negative 2 because we cut it in half. Now we're going to add 1. So we're up to negative 1 for a value. Now we're going to quadruple each side. So I'm going to make another copy of it, put parentheses around the entire amount and multiply it by 4. So negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. So the value is negative 4 on both sides of this mystery equation, and that's where we got 4 times parentheses 1/2 a number plus 1 is equal to negative 4. Okay, the fourth one, we are going to start with a value of 2. So our mystery number is 2. And then we're going to triple that number. So that's going to be 6. I'll leave it as 3 times 2, but we know it's 6. So we've tripled it. Then we're going to subtract 6. So our value is now actually at 0. And it's going to remain that way. Now we're going to take 1/3 of that. Now 1/3 of 0 is 0, so that stays the same. We write another copy of 3n minus 6. And we take 1/3 of it. This should be a minus right here. Somehow it didn't show up. So 1/3 3n minus 6, we know that's equal to 0, so that's our mystery equation. And finally, on number 5, we're going to start with a value of negative 10. Again, we're going to triple each side. So now we're at negative 30. Then we're going to add 1 to both sides. We're at negative 29. Now we're going to double the value on both sides by multiplying both sides by 2. We do that by writing a copy of it, putting parentheses around the entire thing, and then just multiplying it by 2. That's doubling it. So negative 29 doubled is negative 58. So 2 times parentheses, 3 times a number plus 1 is equal to negative 58.